Kellyanne Conway interviews Mike Johnson before the single most important Speaker of the House vote coming right up. But there's division inside of MAGA. Some don't want Mike Johnson, some do. We, of course, do want him, but members of my audience do not want him. Let's check in on Kellyanne Conway on the big controversy right here on John Mike Keane. Don't forget to subscribe.
Big news coming out of Washington today. President-elect Donald Trump gave his complete and total endorsement to House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Now, that does not mean Mike Johnson is out of the woods. Here's a tweet about Chip Roy says Mike Johnson does not have the votes to retain the gavel on Friday. Republican reps Harris, Biggs, and Spartz are currently withholding their support, and Rep Thomas Massie has said he's voting for someone else altogether. Johnson can only afford to lose one vote.
I'm really humbled and honored to have President Trump's endorsement for Speaker again. He and I work so well together, so closely together, and we have a lot of big things to do. He recognizes that what we need right now, I think my colleagues recognize this as well, is a proven fighter and a true MAGA conservative, but also someone who can work with every single member of our very diverse House GOP so that we can get President Trump's priorities over the line.
Now, he's known for being too swampy to work with too many Democrats. But at the same time, it's the only way you can get things done in the Senate and the Houses. You have to work with the other side. So which is it going to be? Because it only takes one vote before he can't make it over the line. And then Trump doesn't get his will. And Trump wants Mike Johnson to be Speaker of the House.
What do you think the first 3-4 major priorities for the America First agenda could actually pass the House and go to the Republican Senate majority first couple of weeks?
Well, we have to do a number of things simultaneously. The budget reconciliation process is going to be the key of the first 100 days because in order to fix all the things that we've got to fix, we have to squeeze a lot of policy changes through that process. And not to get too deep in the weeds, but why that's so valuable is it avoids the 60-vote threshold that's necessary in the Senate under normal circumstances. So we can move the Republican agenda, the American First agenda, through reconciliation, but it takes a lot of coordination, planning, and executing those plans with precision to get that done.
Well, that is not going to happen as far as I can see in the division. I hope he gets it done. But it's hard to get things through on a simple majority when you only have a 1 or 2 voter pad before you lose. We don't have enough senators and congressmen, frankly, on the right side.
We're going to fix the border. We are going to get the economy humming again. We are going to restore our stature on the world stage, get our energy policy fixed, make sure that we don't have the largest tax cut in U.S. history imposed upon the American people at the end of next year. When the tax cuts from the Trump era expire. So a lot of big agenda items on the table, and you're right, it's going to take a lot of work to build a consensus among all the Republicans to get it done, but I'm absolutely convinced that we can. We're going to stay unified, and we are going to get this job done.
I do hope the Republicans stay unified. I don't believe Trump is really that into the Mike Johnson agenda at all. I think Trump just wants to be president. And he knows he has to have a seated Speaker of the House. He can't have the Republicans fighting for a month deciding who's going to get it because he can't unite the party and get someone with more votes than Mike Johnson. It's got to be Mike Johnson, guys.
And so for some of those holdouts, for Thomas Massie, who said he's not going to vote for you, for Victoria Spartz, who gave you a list of demands today, for maybe Chip Roy, what do you say about the America First agenda to them that they can glom onto rather than be, I think, disruptors and interrupters to getting a lot of this great policy through that Americans are relying upon?
Well, the 3 members you just named are all good friends of mine. I've spent a lot of time talking with each of them. I spoke with Victoria for about 45 minutes, about an hour and a half ago. I spoke with President Trump most recently about 15 minutes ago. We're in constant conversation about all this. I think that those members and all of them want to be a part of these solutions. They made big promises to their constituents in this campaign cycle, and we've got to deliver upon them now. It's the media and the left that wants to divide us and distract us.
So it's the media and the left that's trying to split MAGA up and keep Mike Johnson from being Trump's speaker, who Trump picked. What do you guys think? Take a vote below. It's Speaker Mike Johnson, yes, or Speaker Mike Johnson, no. I'm John Mike Keane.